This is 9.6. We're looking at finding the volume of particular areas, geometric figures. Volume is measured in cubic units here. So this one here we have a solid. They're given the formula for the volume. It's simply the length times the width times the height. So volume is equal to length times the width times the height. Okay. And it's measured in cubic units, so let's take a look at a problem here. So in this particular problem, we're given find the volume. Okay, so for this one here, we're given the length is 14 and the height is 17 units of centimeters, and the width is 9. They want the volume here, so I multiply, and all the units are the same. So I have here 14 times 9 times 17. Then we multiply them together. We end up with 2142. In this case here, we're not going to have square, we're going to have cubic. The volume here is what? Cubic centimeters. Or some would say 2142 centimeters cubed. Let's look at another one. So we have a rectangular crate, find the volume. So see here, with a length of 30 inches, a width of 25, and a height of 20 inches. We want the volume. So volume is equal to length times the width times the height. So I'm going to have 30 times 25 times 20. Okay, so I multiply this together. I end up with 15,000. In this case, inches. I can have cubic inches. Let's find the volume here of a cube. Now with a cube, all the sides are the same. So we have a cube here. All the sides will be the same. So in this case, if the cube length is 2.5, they're all 2.5. And the volume of it is going to be just s cubed. In this case here, 2.5 to the third power. Understand, this means s times s times s. So our final answer here is 15.625. And my unit in this case here is inches. So I'm going to have cubic inches. So here we have another cube. Find the volume of the cube, where all the lengths are 2. So the volume is simply going to be 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. And then my units in this case here, inches. So inches cubed, 8 inches cubed. Find the volume of a sphere. So we have a sphere here. Okay. And from this distance to the center, that's my r, a radius. So the volume in this case is going to be 4/3 pi r to the third. In this case, they're letting pi be equal to 3.14. Okay. So in this first one, they ask us find the volume, given that the radius is equal to r equal to 6. Find the volume of the sphere, 4/3 pi r to the third. So r is 6, I have v is going to be 4/3 times pi, which is 3.14, times, what's that, 6 to the third. So what I can do here is have times 3.14 for 1 times 6 to the third. So I'll have 4 times 3.14 times 6 to the third all over 3. Which will give me 904.32 inches cubed. Let's look at another one. Find the volume. A globe of the Earth is in the shape of a sphere with a radius of 14 centimeters. Find the volume. So we have our shape here. It's a sphere. The radius is 14. What is the volume? 4/3 pi r cubed. Yeah, pi r cubed. So we have 4/3 here. Pi is 3.14 and r is 14. Okay, so you can multiply this together. You get approximately 11,488.21. And the unit in this case here is, do they give us a unit? 14. So, cubic centimeters. So here we have the volume and surface area of a cylinder. So the volume of a cylinder is going to be pi r squared multiplied by the height, the area of the circle. So here are the area of a circle, here. and that's being multiplied by the height. So the volume of a cylinder is going to be uh, pi r squared h, to pi r squared, the area of the circle, times the height. That's the formula for the volume of a cylinder. Okay. So let's find the volume of a cylinder. So we have a cylinder here, which has a height of 5 centimeters and a radius r is equal to 3 centimeters. So you find our volume. You plug in here, and pi is 3.14. 3.14 times 3 squared times the height, which is 5. So I have 3.14. 3 squared is 9 times 5. Which gives me 141.5 cubic inches. Find the volume of a surface can of soda here. R is equal to 4 centimeters. The height is 13 centimeters. So the volume is going to be pi r squared h, for 3.14 times r, which is squared, is going to be 4 squared, times the height, which is 13. So I have 3.14 times 16 times 13. 653. 12. In this case, the units are centimeters, so I could have centimeters cubed for my final answer. Find the volume of a cone. Here's a cone. Notice the heights are all vertical heights. And this R here. So the formula for the volume of a cone is going to be 1/3 pi r squared h. So let's take a look at finding the volume of a cone. So we're given a height here that's equal to, height is 6 inches, and the radius at the base is 2 inches. So we can plug in here 1/3, 3.14 times r squared, 2 squared, times 6. So I have 1/3 times 3.14. 2 squared is 4 times 6. 24. So 1/3 of 24 was 3.14. 25.12 in this case here is inches cubed. Okay. They want the volume, and they give us a cone here, and then radius r is equal to 5, and the height is equal to 8. So volume is equal to 1/3 pi r squared h. Here we plug in 1/3 3.14 times, what's that, 5 squared times h, which is 8. Is that 5? Yeah. Oh. Now look at that again. They got it drawn there. It's misleading. It looks like it's a 5. I thought that was a radius of 5. That's a radius of 2.5. So what I really have here is the diameter, which is 5. So r is going to be, let's look at a 2r. So r is equal to 2.5. So what I really have here is 2.5 squared. Make that look pretty. So I have 1/3 times 3.14 times 2.5 squared times 8. Now we can go ahead and solve that one. We end up with 52.33, and the unit in this one here is inches. So I have inches cubed. Key step, make sure you got the units. They gave you the problem, and the problem they give this one here, they give it to us as a diameter, but we need the radius, which is going to be half of that. Half of 5 is 2.5. These are some formulas here you want to know. You probably should print or copy this out, because when you take the quiz and the test and the exam, you're going to have that next to you.